The U.S. is called the melting pot, where people give up their cultures and blend together to create a new culture. But is it necessary to lose your heritage to be a good American? Isn't there room in America for a salad bowl too, where individuals can hold on to their cultural uniqueness and still coexist with others? Of course, no salad is complete without the perfect dressing that binds it. And that dressing is our love for our country and the principles of life, liberty, and justice for all. What is your message to intolerant people around the world?
What I would like to say to intolerant people across the world is that, they need to stop making fun of us. We're just like them. We're not aliens. We're not people from Mars. We're from India, and that's on Earth. We didn't rise from the dead, So they need to treat us like we are one of them.
My message to them is wake up. I mean, we have a world where the market it's increasingly globalized. Everybody's interacting with everybody else. We have products coming in from everywhere, going out to everywhere. We're dealing with all kinds of companies, all kinds of people. I mean, to just dismiss someone who is unlike you is stupid.
Read a book. Read a book. I think, we limit ourselves in our life so much by by our ignorance.
You can't read a book by its cover. Everyone is unique in their own different way, and simply by the color of their skin or their hair or what they wear doesn't mean anything about them. It means they may have different beliefs, but as a personality, it doesn't mean anything towards anyone.
Mr. Joe Schmo, this is one thing I have to say to you. Just because we look different doesn't mean we are different. We have hearts, we have bodies, we have minds. It's just that we have a little bit more facial hair and a patka and a pagdi.
People who are open, open to learn, they'll come to me, talk to me, and they're just fine. They're actually they become really good friends. And people who are just ignorant and make fun of you, they think they're really smart when they're not educated at all.
What is your message to fellow Sikhs and Americans?
I would say hold on to your culture and your roots, no matter what people say, because no matter what, you'll always be accepted somewhere. If a kid's making fun of you at school and you're a Sikh, you're still going to be accepted at Gurdwara. There's no need to conform to other people. The best thing to do is just educate them, because they'll educate more people, and no matter what, you'll still have your culture and your roots, which you can always rely on and always use to push you ahead and give you some sort of pride in what you're doing.
I do think that the Sikh youth the best way to encourage and get other people to understand and not take it offensively is for them simply to be as open as possible, to explain every little thing, and just to be super outgoing with it. Because if you're shy about it, then they think that maybe there's something wrong with that. But if you're super open about it and hey, look at me, this is what I do, then they support that because you look happy and you're outgoing and you're doing it and you're enjoying it. But if you look shy about it and you're holding back because you feel like you don't fit in, then they're going to be a little off-standish about it themselves. But if you're just, hey, check me out, I'm Sikh and whatever, then the kids will be way more accepting.
I think it was Gandhi who said, be the change you wish to see. If we want people to recognize us as a certain type of citizen, we need to be that citizen. If we want people to recognize Sikhs as people who do public service, we need to do public service.
I think it's really being proactive in taking every opportunity possible. Our community tends to wait until something goes wrong until we say something, until we get out there. We wait till there's some type of crisis before we start going out, knocking on doors and introducing ourselves to the neighbors.
That there's never gonna be a time where nobody's gonna make fun of you. There's always gonna be a time where somebody's gonna go against you.
And people should accept others, not because of how they look, because of who they are and how they are from inside.
After a week of listening to the kids in camp, I've found that they too have experienced prejudice. Discrimination, harassment, and hate crimes are all caused by ignorance. But who is going to fix this? Most of the kids I talk to are trying to educate their peers. But how much educating can or should we do? The burden of educating cannot only fall on us. At least, I hope it doesn't. Perhaps the education system needs to do more to promote diversity and educate the teachers and students and their parents about little-known minorities such as the Sikh community and other ethnic groups that make up the fabric of our society. Today, the burden of fighting ignorance and prejudice falls often on those who face it. That is why I'm here today, to share the struggle of the Sikh youth with you. But it isn't only our struggle. It is also the struggle of a Muslim girl that wears a hijab, or a Jewish boy that wears a yarmulke, or even a kid whose first language isn't English. Perhaps you can make a difference in our lives. If you are an educator, a peer, or even a neighbor, you can help. Perhaps your school could start a diversity program where children who are different can be appreciated for who they are and not for how they look. Perhaps you can reach out to your neighbors and learn about their culture and share yours with them. Everything you do matters. Small acts of kindness strengthen the children who feel left out, who might not spread their wings normally. Giving a little respect and dignity can always go a long ways. I personally